It still is. Once upon a time, the ferry was the only way to visit Prince Edward Island. Some say
We do have one qualifying non-wagering race. It's set to go in just a moment. Was scheduled for 4:45. It features Frank's favorite filly, Love Matters Most. That's a qualifying non-wagering race.
once upon a time, the ferry was the only way to visit Prince Edward Island. Some say it still is.
Crown is set for Thanksgiving weekend at Red Shores Racetrack and Casino in Charlottetown. The Weekend of Champions starts with the Atlantic Classic Sale on Friday, October 11th at the Crapo Exhibition Grounds. Saturday features a top-notch card of racing and the Atlantic Breeders' Crown Awards Banquet and Gala in the top of the park. Join us Sunday for a special presentation of the Joe Smallwood Memorial Award before the best colts and fillies compete for championship honors.
He's ready for Mark Campbell. Captures the
One and only qualifier moving to the starting gate. Frank's favorite filly has David Dowling, that's a 2-year-old, and the 3-year-old is Love Mattered Most with Ryan Durage. Here they come. There they go. Love Matters Most, the first one out. Frank's favorite filly will be second. As they arrive at the opening eighth, it's Love Matters Most, the leader, on Frank's favorite filly. The opening quarter mile was very comfortable, 32 and 4. Love Matters Most, the leader, on Frank's favorite filly. Opening half mile in 102 and 4, so they did pick it up to 30 seconds flat in the second quarter. At the 5/8, Love Matters Most has Distance, Frank's favorite filly. The 3/4 up in 133 and 2, and it's all Love Matters Most, Frank's favorite filly, a distant second. Love Matters Most, the winner. Frank's favorite filly is second, 203 and 1.
Atlantic Breeders' Crown is set for Thanksgiving. The Weekend of Champions starts with the Atlantic Classic.
A reminder on the backstretch, we have a matinee final after race number 2 tonight. There'll be no warm-ups after the second race with the matinee final.
Here they come. Post time. Deep stretch now. Shut the camera up.
Broadcasting live from Prince Edward Island, this is Race Day.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Red Shores at the Summerside Raceway on a Tuesday night. 14 races on tap for you here tonight. I'm your host, Rocky Skirman. Vance Cameron in the booth calling all the action tonight. We also have the PEI Matinee Harness Race coming up after race number 2 tonight with the Province of Prince Edward Island annual trophy presented to the winner. The feature race comes up tonight in race number 13. 5 starters going behind the starting gate with Coast to Coast Shark and Brady Sweet. Woodmere Ideal Art, Post 2 and Jason Hughes. Hal Mac Charmer will leave 3 with David Dowling. Sobble Attack 4 and Kenny Murphy. And Post 5 on the outside is Brookdale Johnny, winner last week in 154-2 with Paul Angel. Going to be a great night of harness racing here at Red Shore Summerside. We got lots of changes for you tonight. Now let's go upstairs to the man who's going to call all the action. Here is Mr. Vance Cameron. Vance?
Thank you, Rocky. And as you mentioned, we have a ton of changes tonight, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to have a sharp pencil or two or lots of ink in your pen. And good evening and welcome to the Red Shores at the Summerside Raceway for tonight's racing program, event number 26 of the meeting. Fast track conditions, 12 degrees Celsius the temperature at this time in Summerside. The track condition is rated by the officiating members from the Atlantic Provinces Harness Racing Commission. Tonight, the senior judge is Mr. Derek Follen. The associate judges are Mr. Dylan Elaine and Mr. Gary Devine. Now here are tonight's program and equipment changes. There's no changes in the first. Go to race number 2. In the second race, number 2, Camco Carly going from blind to blinkers. Turning over to race number 3, the 2 entry, McLand, removing blinkers. Turning to race number 4, the number 5 entry, James Rains, adding a tail tie. Turning to race number 5, the Lester Chapel Memorial, and the first of 2 super high fives on the program. In the 5th race, scratch number 2, Late Night Dealer, And scratch number 9, Jester, they will not go. Race 5, scratch 2, Late Night Dealer, and scratch 9, Jester. Number 4, Midnight Mood, going from blinkers to blind bridle, adding a tail tie. Turning over to race number 6. In the 6th race, scratch number 1, Go Rosie Go, she will not go. Race 6, scratch number 1, Go Rosie Go. No changes in the 7th. Go to race number 8. In the 8th race, scratch number 1, Instant Shadow. Race 8, scratch number 1, Instant Shadow. The 6th entry, Shake Me Up Hanover, has a chart line, 28th of September, Charlottetown Driving Park, Fast Track. Scoring from post 5 and was a winner in 158, driven by Colin Shepard. Turning over to race number 9. 9th race, number 3, Starship's Alicia, adding brace bandages up front. Turning over to race number 10. In the 10th race, scratch number 5, Good Omen, he will not go. Race 10, scratch number 5, Good Omen. Turning over to race number 11. In the 11th race, scratch number 6, Western Delight. Race 11, scratch 6, Western Delight. Turning over to race number 12, the 3-entry Elm Grove Misty has a chart line, 26th of September at Charlottetown, Fast Track, scoring from post 5. Finish 6, was race timed in 158 and 3, driven by Dave Kelly, and was free-legged. Turning over to race number 13, tonight's featured. In the 13th, scratch number 2, Woodmere Ideal Art. Race 13, scratch the 2-entry, Woodmere Ideal Art. Turning over to race number 14, tonight's finale. Scratch number 6, Silver Jake. Race 14, scratch number 6, Silver Jake, he will not go, and that will wrap up the changes at this time on tonight's racing program. And as an added feature tonight, ladies and gentlemen, after the second race, we have a PEI Matinee Racing Final featuring 4 horses and drivers, and they're posted in the program. After the second race, we'll host a PEI Matinee Final. So that's going to wrap up the changes. The first race post time set for 6 o'clock. You have 23 minutes to make your race 1 selections.
Race Day Live continues from Summerside, Prince Edward Island. Welcome to our on-track and off-track customers. In the spirit of reconciliation, we acknowledge that the land upon which we gather is unceded Mi'kmaq territory. Abogwed, Mi'kmaq is covered by the historic treaties of peace and friendship. We pay our respects to the indigenous Mi'kmaq people who have occupied this island for over 12,000 years, past, present, and future. Ladies and gentlemen, please rise, if you are able, for the playing of our national anthem. to Race Day Live.
Welcome back to Race Day Live here at Red Shore Summerside on a Tuesday night. 14 races, 15 counting the matinee final coming up after race number 2 tonight. Another interesting race to look at is race number 10 with the scratch of the 5 Good Omen. Going to probably make a better ticket for somebody there tonight as Brumby leaves on the rail with Darren Crow, Rock'em Sock'em Scott, Jill Barrio post 2, Silver Spirit 3 with Jason Hughes, Freeman's Legacy is 4 with Kenny Murphy, Doc Awesome will lead from post 6 with Corey McPherson, Halmac Maximus 7 and Damian McClellan, and Happier Days Are Coming on the outside with Ryan Darash. A lot of scratches here tonight. I know I had to do a lot of revising in my pickets, sent them upstairs to Scott McLean so that they'll come on the screen here tonight with the revised picks that I did after I found out there were scratches tonight. If you can't join us live here tonight, make sure you tune in to Redshores.ca, our Red Shores YouTube channel, or at hpibet.com. Don't forget to get in the aisle pick 5 tonight with a low 15% takeout. $2,000 guaranteed pool, races 1 through 5, and it is presented by the Prince Edward Island Harness Racing Industry Association. And if you have a look at the in-house monitors, you'll see our selections for tonight's opener. I'm going 2-4-1, backstretch beat likes 5-3-2, and the classifiers choices 4, 2, 3 in tonight's opener in 10 minutes.
Evening's first race on the track for Post Parade, number 1 Lions Tug of War, is owned by Jennifer Ritchie of Kingston, New Brunswick, trained by Donnie Milligan. David Dowling drives. 2 Salzbrook Rock Rough, owned by Sean Murphy of Charlottetown and Darcy Murphy of Rothsay, New Brunswick, trained by Tom Weatherby. Brody McPhee up. 3 St. Bart's, owned by Eric Lakes of Fredericton, New Brunswick, trained by Cliff Murphy. Kenny Murphy drives. 4 Joe's Dream Walking, owned by Joseph Gamba, Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia. Darren Crow, the trainer driver. 5 Wizard, owned by Kent Williams of Ellerslie, trained by Alan McDonald. Jason Hughes. 'Love That Miramont is number 6, owned by Brett McDonald of Freelton, Ontario, trained by Ashley McDonald. Tonight, Ryan Darage. 7 is Brookdale Thomas, owned by Douglas and Doug Pauley of Amherst, Nova Scotia, trained by Phil Sizer. Paul Angel. Number 8 is Starship Destiny. The owners are Philip DeRoche, Vance McMillan, Leanne Moyer, and Abilette. Kyle DeRoche trains and drives. 4 minutes wagering time on race number 1. Welcome to Red Shores Summerside and the Race Day broadcast. Tonight we feature the Fox Group Racing events and the matinee final that comes up after the second race. This is the start of the Isle Pick 5 with a $2,000 guaranteed pool and a low 15% takeout. Rocky Skierman has the top selections for race 1 coming up next.
Let's head out to the track for tonight's opener. First half of the Daily Double, Exactor, 20-cent Superfecta, Triactor, Win, Place, and Show. And it is the start of the guaranteed 20-cent Isle Pick 5. There is a look at the 2, Salzbrook Rock Rough, 2-year-old Brown Gelding by Shanghai Phil for Sean Murphy of Charlottetown and Darcy Murphy of Rothsay, New Brunswick. Tommy Weatherby is the trainer. Brody McPhee in the bike. Last start was here on September 22nd. Atlantic Sire Stakes A Division. $19,880 on the line. Post 5 finished 4th. Race time 1:58 flat, closing it out in 28 and 4. Start before that here on Charlottetown, September 14th. Broke his maiden from post 2, broke his maiden record. Was a winner by a length, 1:59 and 3, closing it out in 30 and 1. Brody McPhee in the bike. Salzbrook Rock Rough, post 2 tonight with Brody McPhee, 5-2. And there's a look at the 4, Joe's Dream Walking. 3-year-old Brown Gelding by Arthur Blue Chip for Joseph Gamba of Gulf Shore, Nova Scotia. Darren Crow, the trainer and the driver. At Truro Raceway on September 22nd. Post 7 was a winner by a head in 2 minutes and 4/5. 30 and 1 on the end of it. That was a new race win record for Joe's Dream Walking. Post 4 tonight with Darren Crow, 3-1. And there's a look at the rail sitter. Was impressive last week here off the rail. Could get it done again tonight with a nice last quarter that he had last week. Lions Tug of War, 2-year-old bay colt by Lions Somewhere for Jennifer Ritchie of Kingston, New Brunswick. Donnie Milligan, the trainer. David Dowling in the driver's seat. Last Tuesday night here had the rail. Wire-to-wire winner by 2 1/4 lengths in 2 minutes flat, closing it out in 28 and 4. That was a maiden record in just his 5th lifetime start. And he's on the rail again tonight. It's Lions Tug of War. David Dowling aboard. Your current choice at 4-5. Let's have a look at the odds board for tonight's opener. Lions Tug of War with David Dowling, your current choice at 3-4. Salzburg Rock Ruff and Brody McPhee at 5-1. St. Bart's with Kenny Murphy at 47-1. Joe's Dreamwalking and Darren Crow, they're number 4 and at 7-1. Wizard is 5 with Jason Hughes at 8-5. Love That Miramont, post 6, Ryan Darage, 27-1. The 7, Brookdale Thomas with Paul Angel, 75-1. And Starship Destiny on the outside, 8 again this week with Kyle Darage at 28-1. That's a look at the field for tonight's opener, full field of 8. Good luck with your selections. Countdown clock is ticking for tonight's opener, full field of 8, approaching the Red Shores Summerside starting gate. Let's head upstairs to track announcer Vance Cameron.
Lions Tug of War, Salzbrook Rock Ruff, St. Bart's, Joe's Dream Walking, Wizard, Love That Miramont, Brookdale Thomas, Starship, Destiny, top of the stretch. Now approaching a start. The rough end pacing. St. Bart's the first one out. Joe's Dream Walking is second into the turn. Lions Tug of War at the rail goes third. Driving up fourth from the outside, that is Brookdale Thomas. The getaway fifth is Salzbrook Rock Ruff. Starship Destiny takes 6. Now seventh is Wizard, and the early trailer, Love That Miramont. Up the backstretch for time 1. Joe's Dream Walking for Darren Crow have taken over the lead. Second is St. Bart's, racing from third. Lions Tug of War. Fourth now at the inside. That's Brookdale Thomas. They're at the quarter in 29 seconds flat. Racing from fifth is Salzbrook Rock Ruff. Then 6 is Starship Destiny. Wizard is 7th. And trailing this field as they move off the turn and straighten down the stretch towards that opening half mile. And the front end belongs to Joe's Dream Walking and Crow. They're halfway home. Second, St. Bart's on the move on the outside. Lions Tug of War is underway. Following that, covering the outside fourth, Salzbrook Rock Ruff, 60 seconds flat was the opening half mile, arriving at 5/8. Joe's Dream Walking the leader. Lions Tug of War now quickly coming to challenge and take over. Coming up third on the outside is Salzbrook Rock Ruff. Way out there. Wizard is getting into it now. Fourth. Fifth is St. Bart's. Starship Destiny between horses on the outside. Love That Miramont. And getting the big time shuffle, Brookdale Thomas now trails 130 and 1 down to 3/4, and the Lions Tug of War takes over late for Dowling, and he's clear by 3, and he's homeward bound. Joe's Dream Walking is second. In between them, Salzbrook Rock Ruff. Way wide, that is Wizard, but it's Lions Tug of War, and David Dowling to open this one up. Second, that's Joe's Dream Walking. We'll need a show photo. And the time for the mile in 2 minutes flat.
Here comes the slow-mo replay brought to you by Universal Media for tonight's opener. We saw Darren Crow on the front, past the quarter in 29 seconds flat. He made the front. And that was with Joe's Dream Walk in the half in a minute, down to 3/4 in 1:30 and 1. That's just before that mark. That's when David Dowling and Lions Tug of War took over. And they're home and cool here tonight, driving away from the field in 2 minutes flat. Second straight win, another equaling record equaling performance here tonight for Lions Tug of War. In for second, that is the 4, Dro's Dream Walking. Up for third is the 2, Salzbrook Rock Rough. 1-4-2 unofficially in tonight's opener. We're going to see Lions Tug of War and David Dowling in the Woodmere Standardbridge Winner's Circle next.
Summerside's leading driver David Dowling gets the opener on this Tuesday night program. Lions Tug of War brings them into the winner's circle. Big pacing colt 2 by Lion Somewhere from the Better's Delight Dam. Lions Pocket Rocket. Owned by Jennifer Ritchie of Kingston, New Brunswick. Bred by 3 Lions Racing of Brentford, Ontario. Trained by Donnie Milligan. David Dowling guiding him right to his record of 2 minutes. Lions Tug of War in tonight's opener.
This race replay on Channel 2 on your in-house monitor is brought to you by Syntrack Print and Graphic Inc. Mention this ad and receive $20 off your first order of 500 or more full-color business cards. Syntrack, 59 Watts Avenue in the Business Park.
Here's the official results from the first race. Lions Tug of War, the winner. Salzbrook Rock Rough was third. St. Bart's finished fifth. Joe's Dream Walking was second. Wizard finished fourth. Love That Miramont was eighth. Brookdale Thomas finished seventh. Starship Destiny sixth. Fractions of 29, 1 minute, 1:30 and 1, and the mile was 2 minutes. In review, 135, 248.76. Lions Tug of War paid $380. The exactor $17.30, triactor $32.40, and the superfactor was $8.29.